Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Wednesday, June 30th. I've got another one of my good friends with us here, JOE Dillard. Good to have you here. Joe is an author, a humorist, all-around good guy who always laughs. And I said, Joe, how old are you? And he said, go ahead, you tell me what you said.
I've been 102 for 84 years.
That's a good answer, Joe. 102 for 84 years. One thing we've always gone on with Joe about is the fact that he laughs so much, and he feels good when he laughs. And he walked in here today, and he gave me a little saying from Catherine Ponder, and he said, "Would you read this?" And I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Okay, it says, "If people only knew the healing power of laughter and joy, many of our fine doctors would be out of business. Joy is one of nature's greatest medicines. Joy is always healthy. A pleasant state of mind tends to bring abnormal conditions back to normal." And that was written by Catherine Ponder. And that is so true. That is so true, Joe. In fact, one of the doctors that we have on here, Dr. Anand Chakulingam, he's a heart specialist. He always talks about how important it is to smile at least 20 to 30 times an hour because it's good for your heart.
It is.
It's good for your whole body. So how have you been?
Well, speaking of normal, I'm almost back. Almost.
Yeah.
We've had a few medical speed bumps since the last time I was here.
Yeah.
We had back pain, we had hives, and we have numb fingers. The back pain was the worst. I don't think I've ever experienced and hope I never experience that again. We're talking not constant pain, but pulsating episodic pain. It would go from 0 to 10 in 3 seconds.
And what brought that about?
I don't know. We never was able to figure it out. And so it would go back to 0, 15 seconds later, again. 15 seconds later, again. My math is really bad, but that's 4 times a minute.
Yeah.
And you multiply that times 60 seconds for an hour, and that went on. I mean, there was nights that I got no sleep at all, none.
So what did your doctors say?
Well, you're in a world of hurt.
Now you got to remember, Joe has been through a lot over the past year. You've dealt with cancer.
Yes.
You've survived cancer. You've been through so many things.
Had a bladder removed.
Yeah, doing a lot of things, but yet he still continued to smile and make us all happy to be around him.
So then the hives came, and that made me forget the back pain for a while.
So you had the back pain, excruciating back pain. The hives came, and you forgot the back pain.
Then the fingers went numb. My hands swelled up the size of grapefruits, and my fingers were so numb that I couldn't feel my pills. So I would capture a pill with a finger and take a spoon and scoop it up and get it to my face.
Well, weren't you frightened when this was all
Oh,
happening?
gosh, yeah. I mean, yes, I couldn't button my shirt. I couldn't. Yeah.
So how is this diagnosed then?
They don't know.
It all went away?
Actually, the hives, they think, was a result of a medicine that I quit. But the numb finger, we still haven't figured that out. They did some x-rays to see if they could find any impingement, on my spine anywhere. It's better now, but they're still tingly and burning. And matter of fact, James helped me change my hearing aid battery because I couldn't do it myself. So now he's an expert in hearing aid batteries.
All right.
If you ever have to have them.
all of this, well, I'm not going to do it, even though I'm hard deaf as can be. I don't have an hearing aid. But the thing is, you've written books, you've written so many stories about all of this, and you still continue to laugh. If you get nothing else out of this segment today, remember how important humor is, how important laughter is. Joe can tell you that firsthand.
So here we are. I can't hear, I can't see, and I can't think, but otherwise I'm doing fine.
Good. Got the right attitude there, Joe.
One of the major problems of all this pain and misery is it slowed the work on my next book.
Yeah?
On the training of husbands by a husband well trained.
That's the name of the next book?
Sold out. Well, no, I come up with a new name.
Okay.
One word. Obey.
Okay. So is this going to be another book?
No.
It's some more of your
it's only one sentence long. You do what you're told when you're told until you're told to quit doing that and start doing something else. There's not obey.
Is your wife listening today?
Yes, and I'm going to talk about her too.
Go ahead.
She was a godsend to me. Such a beautiful woman, so smart. I don't know why she married me. But I knew we had something going because our first date was to pick green beans.
That was your first date? You picked green beans?
Not so romantic for a lot of people, but I said, she's the keeper.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you one little story about sweet beginnings. After a couple years of dating, I decided we ought to kick it up a notch and get engaged. Of course, nothing is ever simple in my life, so I mapped out a strategy to make it more memorable. It just so happened that the minister of our church was having a little party for the youth group. And after a nice meal prepared by the minister's wife, I whipped out a roll of peppermint lifesavers, unwrapped it, took one out of the roll, and passed it on to Betty. She was more than mildly surprised to find that the next one in the roll was an engagement ring.
Oh, is this a true story?
It's a true story.
So when you gave her the roll of peppermints, there was an engagement ring. What did she say?
I don't remember.
Obviously, though, the answer was yes.
Well, what a surprise was to her and the rest of the party. That was in 1959, but still a very sweet memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously.
And so
yes.
as of June 25th, we were married 61 years.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
Now, there are a few more stories in the Full Cup of Joe refilled with new stories about Betty. Mm-hmm. And I will not tell you them, but I would encourage the listeners and viewers to buy the book and read them.
Okay. It's worth reading.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So do you have then, now seriously, do you have any more books that are coming out on the horizon?
No, I don't. I just, matter of fact, I haven't really done too many stories lately of any kind.
Yeah. Well, you've just been laughing.
Yeah.
Just been laughing and working in that garden and keeping the possums at bay.
Oh, do you want to talk about the possum?
We're out of time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We'll do next time.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the possum next time and shaggy dog stories. I did all that research about where that term came from, and we're out of time with the shaggy dog story. All right. Joe Dillard, thank you so much. Always a pleasure visiting with you. Look for his book. It's in the trunk of his car if you like it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.